This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by 2-0 professional fighter, Mr. Johnny Wald. How are you, mate?
Good, thank you, mate. How are you?
Very well. It's very cold out here. We're at your Uncle Johnny's place here in Essex. It's freezing cold here, but is that your phone?
Sorry about that.
That's all right, that's all right.
Yeah, carry on, mate.
You've not fought for about 14 months, so you've had a bit of inactivity. First of all, tell us why you've been out of the ring for so long.
Well, I've just recently moved to Essex, new change of trainer, working with a new coach in a minute, and just getting used to a new style, and but I've stayed ready. Been training, been in the gym, just ticking over, and just looking to push on now for a big year.
We'll come on to that in a second. Now, usually when I talk to people, I do like to know, especially when fighters have only had a couple of fights, kind of what experience they've had. And the most experience they've probably got is people you've sparred. Now, our conversation off camera, you told me some of the people that you sparred at before the age of 20, which is quite incredible. Do you want to reel off some of them names, Johnny?
Yeah, well, I come from a small amateur gym in Wiltshire and Chippenham, so we never really had many good amateurs from that part of the country. So from a young age, I was inspiring the likes of your Lee Haskins, your Lee Selby, and obviously as I moved older and grew up in the weight, I'm super middleweight now, done well over 50 rounds with Eubank Jr, sparred Joe Saunders, been in America, sparring J. Leon Love in the Mayorville gym in California, sparred all over the world, sparred some good fighters.
Have you done some sparring with James DeGale as well?
I've done some rounds of Junkie as well. Yeah.
So at 20 years old, you've already got that kind of experience, which, as you move on in your career, that's invaluable.
Yeah, it's good. It's very, very good. Like I said, I know I'm only 20, but when I'm getting in now and I'm sparring young pros 2-0 like myself, it's just like kids to me. Cause I've had hard rounds, and I know I've only been pro like 2 years. I've had 2 fights, but I feel like I'm a 10, 15 bad boy because I've had some hard spars in the gym and that. You know what I mean? Had some hard wars.
Talk to me a little bit about that sparring you've had. You said over 50 rounds with the likes of Chris Eubank. You know, how did you find that? Did you hold your own?
I hold my own very much with Eubank, because obviously Eubank's very, very minimum of what he's got. When I first started sparring him, obviously I was doing 6 rounds, and for 6 rounds I hold my own perfectly. Do very, very, very good. Obviously being a big, tall southpaw, but Eubank gets better after 8 and 10. So 3 or 4 times I've done 6 rounds, and then when it's my time to be finished, we said we're doing 6, he'd want to do 10, and you get a bit upset over it, obviously, you know what I mean. But obviously my ex-manager was Ronnie Davis, and he always controlled the sparring. It was done right, you know.
And obviously Chris Eubank's bitter rival over the years, Mr. Joe Saunders, who's just had a fight announced, obviously, with Canelo over the last couple of days. But how did your sparring go with Billy Joe?
Well, I'll tell you a funny story what happened with Billy Joe. I was down Origin about a month ago now. First spar back since after Christmas, and I was down there. I was supposed to do a light 4-round spar to tick back into things. I was sparring Johnny Fisher and John Hedges. So Billy Joe was coming to the gym, and obviously he's one of my favourite fighters. It was great to meet Billy Joe. I got in, I'd done a round with, I can't remember who I was sparring. I think I've done a round with Fisher. And I went back to my corner. I said I'm all right, so I'll pick up this round. Turned my head, there's Billy Joe Saunders in the ring. I said, what's going on here? And I think I'd done 4 rounds straight off of him. And I know Billy Joe's a great fighter. I always liked watching him, but until I was in with him, I didn't realise how good he actually was. He's absolutely brilliant, and obviously he gave me loads of tips for the spar. He's world class, Billy Joe.
So let me just get it right. When you was in the ring and you turned around, you literally didn't know you were going to be sparring Billy Joe?
No, I didn't know. I was in the ring and turned me back, getting a drink of water. And I said to my trainer, I said, I'll pick up this round, because I done 1 round, I swarmed into it, so I pick up this round. Turned me back, there's Billy Joe Saunders in the gym, a full set of white veneers, and no gum shilling, getting ready to spar me. And no, it was brilliant. I learnt a lot from it. Great for my confidence.
Whose idea was that to stick Billy Joe in there then for your sparring?
That was Mr. Tibbs, obviously. Billy Joe was just coming in. O'Hara Davis was in the gym as well, and he just moved about. He's just absolutely world class, brilliant. He is, Billy Joe Saunders.
So obviously all that sparring experience, like I said, will only put you in good stead as you move through your career. But 2 fights and 2 wins for you so far in your career. So obviously the COVID situation from last year, which has dragged on to this year, has kind of put fighters out a little bit. Only, we'll say a handful of shows. There was quite a lot of shows, but not as the normal rate of shows that we get. So how many fights ideally would you like to have this year, Johnny?
Well, the situation, obviously, with the COVID and that, it was quite obviously upsetting happening with the fights lined up. But I've been in the gym, and obviously, I'm not training at the minute. I'm not just training for a fight. I'm in the gym, obviously, preparing for my future. So, ideally, I'd like to get out two, 3 times this year. But I want to be in good fights. I know I'm only 2-0, and I got to take my time and take baby steps. I understand that, and I do whatever my trainer says. But I don't want to be fighting someone with 100 losses. I want to be in with someone with 10-5 or something like that. Because, like I said to you, since about a young age, I've sparred good fighters. I've had hard spars. You know what I mean? Like, I am 2-0, but I'm a lot more experienced than people think on paper. You know.
A common question that gets asked to travellers who are whether amateur or turned professional is that the amount of travellers that kind of are around the amateur scene, very few kind of go on to professional, and very few make it. We know the likes of Billy Joe and Tyson, etc., and little Dennis McCann's come onto the scene now, etc. But very few actually go on to make it. And I do always ask travellers why they feel that is. I always get kind of a different but a similar response from everyone.
Right. Basically, it's a long story with me. I got boxing in the family, obviously. Andy Lee's my cousin. Thomas Patrick Ward from Newcastle, fighting for world title, my first cousin. His brother Martin, he fought for world title, he's my first cousin. But it was always in my family. But my dad never actually wanted me to box. My family didn't really care if I boxed or not. But obviously I done good as an amateur. And but my dad left when I was 14. He left when I was 14, and I could have stopped then. But I used to go out on a train to a gym. I used to do like 5 hours travelling a day just for a gym and that. So I didn't do it for anyone else. I'd done it just for me. And obviously I'm at a stage in my life now where I'm 20 now. If I was ever going to give up, it would have been then. I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm doing it for myself. You know, I'm doing it because I got to do it really. You know, it's my life, so I got to keep it going now.
Because I remember talking to Dennis McCann about this a few months ago, and he kind of said, not obviously relating to himself, but he said amongst travellers it's a lot to do with lifestyle and choices they kind of make that deter them away from the gym.
Yeah, of course. When, like I said, as every other travelling boy would say, when you're 17, you start driving and you love women and stuff like that. I still love women, obviously, but I always knew, I got through a phase, obviously, I loved it from being 10 to 15, loved boxing, then you hit 17, but I always knew, I thought, just stick in, just keep going. I hated it for, obviously, a year or so, but stuck in. And now, obviously, turned pro now, and you can see, you looked at it, you think, I remember I used to look at people on Instagram at Eubank, and I think, oh God, he's brilliant. And then you get in and you spar and you think, you know what, I could do this myself, you know what I mean? You're getting there myself, so it's a shame really with travelling boys how they give up so much, but like I said, you just got to give it a go and see where it gets you, you know what I mean? You just got to give it a try. You've got nothing to lose.
Obviously, I've never seen your box before, so if you were to compare your style with any other current fighter or a past fighter out there, who would it be?
Kawasaki, Joe Kawasaki. I'm a bit taller than Kawasaki, obviously I'm 6'3", tall southpaw, can switch a bit, and a good boxer puncher. That's my style.
Okay, have you got any kind of potential date where you could be out again in 2021?
No, I don't know at the minute. I'm currently looking for a promoter. But we're in no rush at the minute. Like I said, I've been in the gym with a new trainer, so I'm still learning on the job, and obviously improving every day, doing what he wants me to do. I'm starting to get it a bit now. I moved there 4 months ago, so I've been with this new trainer 4 months, and I don't know, but definitely will be out this year.
All right, well, Johnny, when you have a fight date confirmed, let us know and we'll come and do something ahead of that, and be good to kind of carry on following your progress from here on in.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Have you got anything else you'd like to add before we finish?
Yes, can I say a big thank you to Will Jones from Edge Gym in Romford for letting me use these facilities. Also, if I can just give a shout out to Emerald's Boxing Club in Chippenham. They're having some problems at the minute trying to find a new facility. If everyone can get behind them. And also, if you're a heavyweight, can you keep your eye out for my cousin Creddy Lee, because he's taking sparring partners straight out. He's not taking no shit. That's it.
All right, lovely. And shout out to Uncle Johnny Blue Eyes as well for letting.
Also, the Blue Eyes Johnny as well. Shout out to him for letting me come do the interview here. Thank you very much.
Johnny Ward, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and we'll definitely catch up with you again soon.
Thank you very much. God bless. Thank you.